Hi everyone, so my Tesla Model 3 Performance hit 50,000 miles and this is part 2 out of 3 that I'm going to be making about the car. So in this video, I want to talk about all the things that went wrong, which includes every service appointment that I had to do and every issue with the car. So for that, I will need the help of my iPad. If you watch my previous videos, you probably already know about some of the issues that the car had, but I did not update you guys for the past like 30,000 miles ever since my battery got replaced. And there hasn't been really much, but there's still a couple things. So let's just quickly go over everything that already happened to the car prior to the battery replacement and the new things that went wrong just recently. I'll be putting every service document on the screen for you to read as I'm talking about the issue, and here I have it opened, and so far there is 14 PDF documents. These are the PDF documents that Tesla Service Center attaches to every appointment that you get with them. So as I'm talking about the issues, I'm saying what was my odometer reading for the service appointment. And obviously this is the first ever issue with the car. Odometer in 149 miles. It says, customer states alignment is off. Test drove vehicle verified concern. Performed validation test drive, verified proper operation. Correction, perform validation test drive. That was my first ever video about this car, and I went over all the rattles, all the alignment issues with the steering wheel, and the fact that they tried to fix it, I believe 2 or 3 times. They did the alignments and basically they never fixed it. So I took the car to an independent shop and paid like $200 something. So I went to an independent shop and let them fix it, which they did, and you know, that was the first thing. So I already voiced my frustration about Tesla service in that video, and in this one I will just try not to say a lot of bad stuff, but I still have the same opinion about them as I did in my last 3 videos about Tesla service centers. So yeah, nothing has changed. Okay, so the first document is about alignment being off, which my steering wheel was literally like this when I received the car. Then we jump into the second document. The second document says, customer states alignment is off. Verifying concern. So mind you, they already did the alignment. And I went back. My odometer reading is at 500 miles. It says customer states alignment is off. Verified concern. Perform alignment. Steering wheel is slightly offset. Blah blah blah. 4-wheel alignment. Check and adjust camber caster toe ballast bags. I don't know what that shit means, but they did the alignment. It did not work like I said. And after multiple times that I went there, I don't think I even saved every single document. Okay, so this is the third document. I'm like looking already. 613 miles. So I came back again. It says check alignment, repeat, correction, 4-wheel. They did it 3 motherfucking times. Yeah, like, oh, as I'm reading through this shit, I'm already getting pissed because it's like flashbacks back to over a year ago when I started going to service center over the issues with a brand new car. 60 whatever it was, like $63,000 car. And right now, if you get the same car, it's going to be more expensive with probably the same amount of issues. So number 4, odometer in 2,886 miles. And this one was for front left quarter glass creaks when opening and closing door. Go check and advise. So I'm like literally just reading what's in the document as you see it on the screen at the same time. It says verified customer concern, adjusted driver side mirror on door, verified repairs with customer. So that was when the door on the left, the driver's door, was literally like creaking, squeaking each time I would open and close it, and it was so annoying. It was basically that like a triangle glass right there by the speaker. They did something to it. I don't know what they did, but it was a mobile service appointment, so I did not have to go anywhere, which is good. Then number 5, 4,680 miles odometer. It says customer states clip fell out of dash and customer hears rattles coming from the front speaker grill near windshield. When pressure is applied to the speaker grill, the noise goes away. I'm just reading like with no commas. They just like write in one long sentence. Test driven with GM, check and advise. I guess it's like some internal writings because I don't know who GM is. Found rattle noise coming from RH A pillar, right hand A pillar, and speaker mesh cover. Removed speaker mesh and installed new clips, insulated tabs, and replaced A pillar due to rattling. Reinstall interior panel. Girl, like the amount of shit that they had to do to fix just that front dash rattle. Correction, interior component trim seal adjustment heavy. Correction, trim A pillar upper right hand, remove or replace. And I'm sorry for heavy breathing, bitch. I don't know what's going on. I'm like out of breath even talking about this. Yeah, it's like I'm not reading all this shit. Next, 6. Odometer in 5,913 miles. Customer states rattles coming from the rear area. Verified customer concern, loud rattle noise coming from second seat area. Upon test drive, found noise coming from the side upper and rear trunk panel. Removed, isolated, and resecured panels. Performed final validation test drive and found noise no longer present. Alright, number 7, it does not have the odometer reading. I'm not sure, but if it's number 7, I guess it happens right after number 6. And it says rattle or squeak. Front driver's dash rattles are back. So I don't know what they did. They did not put anything in here. I guess the rattles are back. I'm not sure at what. Okay, so there's 7 and then 7.5. So 7.5 document on my thing says 8,205 miles. It says rattle or squeak. Customer says blah blah blah. No labor performed. Customer did not authorize the repairs. I do not remember what that is, y'all. And then it said, so there's like 2, 3, 4. The second one was that I did not authorize repairs. The third one says customer says door noise check strap. Correction, check strap door front right hand, remove or replace. I'm like thinking about it. What was that? Yeah. I don't even remember. There's so many issues that I don't even remember what that is. But apparently there was something going on with the right door. Then the fourth number on the same service sheet says customer states left trim on upper portion of headliner keeps popping off. Bitch, what? Inspect the vehicle and verified customer concern. Left side C pillar upper rail trim not in stock at the time of service. That one on the back, the C pillar, was basically like opening, like the trim piece up here was literally like opening from the heat. And I was like, bitch, what the fuck is that? So, and they did not have the C pillar, but eventually they ordered one and replaced. And I guess we find out right now as I'm opening document 8 that says 8,302 miles. Customer states that he hears the rattles coming from front. Bitch, the dash was just rattling nonstop. And look, it's already 8,000 miles and they're still trying to fix the damn dash. That dash was disassembled many times. And I guess this is my like, literally like first time going back to all the service documents and like talking about it again. But it says test drove vehicle and verified customer concern. Again, I'm so sorry for heavy breathing, girl. Like, bitch. I don't know why I'm out of breath just reading this. Let me get some water. Okay, once again, it says customer states that he hears a rattle, just a one rattle, coming from the front dash area. Test drove vehicle and verified customer's concern, unpleasant noise emitting from behind the instrument panel trim. Partially remove instrument panel and they took the whole fucking dash apart. That shit probably took a couple days. The car was in service for a couple days. And yeah. Okay, we jump into number 9 and it says 10,845 miles. Concern, interior trim, customer states a part was ordered, blah blah blah. Okay, so that's when they ordered the C pillar and it took that long for it to arrive. Trim deformed, applied heat and installed. Trim now flash with headliner. And then it says correction, trim C pillar upper right hand, remove and replace. It's like literally like 2, 3, 4 different ones in the same service sheet. So you can just say that I have 14 documents and inside of each document there's like multiple concerns. So the amount of issues that this fucking car had, ooh. Okay, so the third one says found right hand C pillar trim deformed, blah blah blah. The fourth one says customer says that there is a rattle coming right hand rear inside the vehicle. Found rattle coming from rear hand rear interior. Removed Rear hand, rear door panel and test drove. Noise still present. Removed all right hand C-pillar trim and seat bolster and test drove. Noise no longer present. Yeah, they had to like remove all that back area just to get rid of some rattles that were coming from the back. That's too much trigger. I'm not reading all that. Number 10, 12,749 miles. It says customer states rear left upper C-pillar has poor fitment. Correction, trim C-pillar rear left hand side, remove and replace. Girl, that was when the previous guy test drove my car when he was fixing the back rattles, and he test drove it over a curb. And he scratched my Uber turbine wheel. So I went back and told them that you need to give me another wheel, bitch, because the fuck. So it says 20-inch Uber turbine wheel, verified customer concern, replaced left hand side rear wheel. Yeah, so they replaced the whole Uber turbine wheel because the service guy test drove it over a curb to verify the rattles, and here we are. Number 11, 15,366 miles. Customer states the rear spoiler is detaching, which is a very common issue with performance cars. That damn spoiler literally like taped on some gum or something. It took me 15,000 miles for that spoiler to literally be halfway out, hanging for its dear life at that point. So verified customer concern, replaced rear spoiler. Okay, props to that mobile service guy, because I remember he came and he was like, okay, so I'm not gonna like try to glue the same spoiler back. So he basically took off the whole thing and he brought a new spoiler with him, and he said that he's gonna apply some very strong, I don't know what he applied, bitch, but that shit been there, not moving anywhere. So props to you. I know you're not watching, but I'm just, you know, sending you good karma, girl. Like, we're going to the 12. And for that one, I made 2 videos. I mean, one video was like 17 minutes long or something, and that was just me shit talking as always about how frustrated I am that the fucking battery needs to be replaced. And that was at 20,222 miles. At 20k miles, my battery died. It says I have to like, hold on. All right. Customer states there's an alert that appeared. Maximum battery charge level reduced. Unable to charge battery to 100%. Verified customer concern. During inspection, found alerts for HV high voltage battery. Performed test, found internal damage to HV battery, need to replace. Performed replacement of HV battery and configure. So correction, HV battery, dual motor, remove or replace, cooling system, vacuum refill, blah blah blah. Girl, that's too much. I'm gonna just put the whole service document for y'all to read because I'm not reading all this. So that took 2 weeks. And that's all I'm gonna say about it because I already made a 17 minutes video. If you want to know, just go watch it. Okay, so after that, number 13, I have never made any other updates about the car, and since 20,000 miles, every other rattle that the car had, I just pretty much fixed myself. As I said in the 17 minutes video about the battery, because there was still some rattles coming from the back and the front, and I'm just like, you know what, bitch, I'm over this service centers and just dropping my car off for 2 days just for them not to fix anything. So I was just fixing everything myself, and the car did not have any issues ever since I insulated everything by myself. So number 13 at 39,730 miles. So I was at 40k miles. As I was turning my car or like just driving, I would hear like literally like creaking noise from my suspension going on, and I'm like in front suspension, and I'm like, hold on, we gotta take this shit to the service, bitch, because after hearing all these stories about front wheels falling off of their Model 3s and Model S, I'm like, I don't want that shit to happen to me. So let me just take my car to the service real quick. And it says customer states when turning front right passenger wheel will make a loud squeaking noise. Verified customer concern. Upon inspection, found noise coming from left lower lateral link. Removed and replaced the link perform test drive. Number 14, which is the most recent one, there is no mileage in, but it's like the most recent one. I'm still waiting on an appointment, which is gonna happen end of February, and I need to get my steering wheel replaced because it's just not moving as I'm trying to do it from the screen adjustments. So basically my scroll wheels that you adjust, like the mirrors or your music or whatever, your autopilot, they are working. So all the things on the steering wheel are working, but the mechanism that's moving the steering wheel up and down and like forward and back is not working. So they need to replace the steering wheel, and it says concern, inspect trunk power strut for presence of O-ring. I did not put that shit in, but apparently there is a recall and they automatically put that because I asked them like, what the fuck is that? And they're like, yeah girl, there's like some recall going on about the trunk O-ring. I don't know what that is. Once I installed that stupid ass V11 software, that's when my steering wheel stopped working. Like that update literally just broke my steering wheel because it worked perfectly before, you know. So I'm saying customer states update V11 broke steering wheel adjustment, and then they said correction, steering wheel remove and replace, parts replaced or added. And with that being said, these are the issues with the car for the past 50,000 miles. And as you can see, most of the problems were fixed the first 20,000 miles, and after the rattles and all that, there's nothing bad I can say about the car besides that freaking link in the front creaking that they replaced. They replaced it in a few hours, and I picked up the car the same day, just so you know the timeline. Okay, so this is the part 2 out of 3, and in the part 3 I'm gonna discuss how the interior held and how the exterior of the car and paint held after 50,000 miles. Keep an eye on that video and see you soon. Bye.